right, so we're still looking at this question for caretaker enterprises that import solar panels from East Asia. All right, we have to find the value of the closing inventory using the average costing method. Right, so again, we need the stores ledger. We need to make our stores ledger. All right, so we begin. We do not have any opening inventory here, so we start with our first transaction. 2nd May, we imported 200 solar panels. The total amount was 175,000 kwacha, right? So 2nd May, 200 solar panels. Total amount was 275,000 kwacha. So we need to find what's the cost of each panel. Oh, this is 175,000 kwacha. So, because they haven't given us the cost in this question, they're just giving us the quantity and amount, but don't know the cost for each panel. So 175,000 divided by 200, what do we get? $875. All right. We go to our next transaction. Oh, this was a thing, a purchase. Sorry. Let me also put it on the purchases side here. Don't know why I went straight to the balance. You start first here in the purchases. We put it in the purchases. All right. Yes, 200 solar panels, each valued at 875. Then again, we had another purchase or an import. Imported 250 solar panels, to them valued at 225,000. So what's the cost per solar panel here? We're going to do 225,000 divided by 200. What do we get? $1,125. Okay. So remember here we're using the average costing method. So first thing we record first, we initially had these 200 solar panels valued at 175,000. We brought in another 200 solar panels valued at 1,125. So I want to tabulate what is the average cost of these solar panels. So in order to get the average cost, okay, remember the average cost is just the total value or the total cost of the inventory divided by the quantity or the number of units you have. So here we say 200 plus 200, we have a total of 400 solar panels. Say, okay, what's the total value of these solar panels? So 175,000 plus 225,000, what do we get? So to get the average cost, we just do 400,000 divided by 400. and then we get 1,000 as the average cost of the solar panels. Any questions? Okay, we go to our next transaction. We sold 300 solar panels, and then how much we made? We made 375,000. Now remember, in inventory valuation, okay, we're always going to value. No, it's not negative, it's equal. Here, I just put equal. Yes, as I was saying, in inventory valuation, we are valuing the inventory at its cost. Okay, so this amount we made from sales, we only use it when we're trying to tabulate gross profit. Okay, so here we sold 300 solar panels. So those on the 12th. We're going to value them at the average cost, which is 1,000. 300 times 1,000, 300,000. So initially we had 400 solar panels. We've sold 300 of them. So remain with 100 solar panels valued at 1,000 average cost. So 100 times 1,000, 100,000. We go to the next. Oh, any questions before I move to the next one? Okay, we go to the next transaction. Hmm, imported 200 solar panels valued at 220,000. So my 15th. Imported 200 valued at 220,000. So 200 and we'll find out what's the cost of each solar panel here. So say 220,000 divided by 200. What do we get? So are we there, colleagues? 220,000 divided by 200. Okay, thank you. Okay, so we initially had 100 solar panels valued at 1,000. We brought in 200 solar panels valued at 1,100. So we want to find out what's the average cost. So we get the total number of solar panels we have, 300. The total value, 100,000 plus 200,000, that's 320,000. So we want to find out now what's the average cost. So we're going to say 320,000 divided by 300. 1066.66. Like this. If you round off to two decimal places, okay. So as I said, always round off to two decimal places. You don't want to have a lot of decimal places in your tabulations. All right. Then next transaction, 23rd May, sold 300 solar panels. So value them 1066.67. 300 times 1066.67. 320,001. Just like that. No decimals. Okay. So we initially had 300 units. Now we've sold 300. First, let me just check on the number of units here. If I've started with 200, 200, 100. We sold. Let me just make sure my sales and imports are. Okay, here we imported 250. 250 there. Okay. Colleagues, here I put a 200 instead of a 250. Okay, for 5th May, 250 units. So we just have to backtrack a bit so that I correct this error here. So 225,000 divided by 250. So here 250, 900. So here it was 450. So 400,000 divided by 450. $888.89. Okay, so we had 450. We sold 300, so remain with 150. 150 times 888.89. 133,000. Okay. Then we brought in 250 units. Okay, there it stays the same. So here, 150. Oh, here's also the same here. So 133,333.5 plus 220,000. Three thousand five. Oh, wait. Okay, I'm sorry. We're adding here, sorry. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Then this 353,333.5 divided by 350. Uh-huh. 1,000. Okay. So these 300 units which we've issued, 1,009.52. So 300 times 1,009.52. 308. Mm-hmm. No decimal places. Let me confirm also my calculator first. I'm not getting a decimal place though. When I multiply 300 times 1009.52, I'm just getting a flat number. Mm. Okay, so we had 350 solar panels. We sold 300, so we've remained with 50 solar panels valued at 1009.52 times 50. We get 50,476. Any questions? Okay, the final transaction, 30th. Oh, there are two more transactions. Now imported 450 solar panels and we paid 540,000. So this is on the 27th. Got how many solar panels? 450. Total value 540,000. So get our cost the solar panel. So 450, 1,200, 1,200. Okay. So here we had 50 solar panels valued at 1,009.52. It's 50,076. We brought in 450 solar panels, leaving 1,200. That's 540,000. Okay, so 540,000 plus 50,476. What do we get? Huh? Okay. Here, 450 plus 50, that is 500. So 590,476 divided by 500. What do we get? All right. Then the 31st May, sold 485 solar panels. So 485 times 1180.95. $572,000. Okay, let me just get some bundles. My bundles are finished, so before I get kicked out, let me just purchase some real quick. Okay, yes, sir. You said what? 570? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so we had 500. We sold 485, so we remained with 15 solar panels. So 15 times 1180.95. Mm-hmm. 17,714.25. Okay, that is the value of our closing inventory. Any questions? Before now, we calculate the profits. Mm-hmm. Mhm. Yes, you subtract from the balance that you have. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. So that is very accurate. Okay. When you're selling, you're subtracting from your balance what you had. When you purchase, you're adding and then getting the average. So now We want to get our gross profits with each of them. So remember, colleagues, this is the shortcut. Okay. Oh, did you get the screenshot, Mr. Foster? Sorry. Okay. So we want to get now the gross profit basically. Okay. So if you remember from your trading account, the way you get profit, gross profit, it is sales minus cost of goods sold. So we determine what's our total sales. We're just going to add here 375,000 plus 390,000 plus 727,500. Okay. So let's add them. 375 375,000 plus 390,000 plus 727,500. What do we get? Okay, then we get the cost of goods sold. So the cost of goods sold here, let's just tabulate our total. We're going to say 175,000 plus 90,000 plus 135,000 plus 165,000 plus 55,000 plus 522,000. So let me also calculate on my side so that we make sure all figures will get the same figures. Okay. 1,142,000. Okay, let's go through them. 175,000 plus 90,000 plus, let me even have these figures which I'm highlighting in yellow. 175,000 plus 90,000 plus 135,000 plus 165,000 plus 55,000 plus 522,000. Yes, 1,142,000. So our sales revenue 492,500 minus our cost of goods sold 1,142,000. What do we get? Mm-hmm. What do we get? That's our gross profit. 350,000. So under Fifo, the gross profit is 350,000. Okay, under Lifo, let's calculate gross profit. So the sales revenue still stay the same. What just changes is cost of goods sold. So we're going to say cost of goods sold 225,000 plus 43,750 plus 220,000 plus 87,500 plus 540,000 plus 30,625. We get 1,146,875. Okay. So 1,492,500 minus 1,146,875. Are we getting 345,620? 345,625. Okay, so there's an important point I need you to notice in this question here. Okay, In this question here, the price of the solar panels was increasing. Okay. The price of the solar panels was increasing. At first, we paid 875, then we paid 900, then we paid 1,100, and we paid 1,200. So, because these inventory valuation methods are different, under FIFO, the goods that were coming in, okay, the latest, basically the latest goods that have been coming into the store have been expensive. Okay, since the price is increasing, so every time we bring in a new batch of solar panels, they are more expensive. So under FIF, since we sell the first ones that came in, and the first ones that came in were cheap. Okay, the first solar panels that came in were cheap. So since we're selling the cheaper ones first, that's why our cost of goods sold is lower. Have you seen? Here in FIFO, cost of goods sold 142 because we're selling the cheaper goods first. Now under Leaf, okay, since the new solar panels that have been coming in are expensive and we are selling those ones first. So it means the ones that we're selling are more expensive than the ones that we've keeping. So we expect our cost of goods sold to be high. All right. So when the price of so this is the important point I need you to understand. When the price of inventory is increasing, right? FIFO will have a higher profit. Okay, it will have a higher profit. Why? Because the cheaper goods are being sold first, thus the cost of goods sold will be low. Okay, when the price of inventory is increasing, FIFA is going to have a higher profit because the cheaper goods, the ones that came first, are the ones that will be sold first. So your cost of goods sold will be low, and the lower cost of goods sold, higher profit. Yes, was that a question? Then for Lifo, the profit will be lower because the latest goods, which are more expensive, are sold first. Thus, our cost of goods sold will be high. Okay, colleagues? They bring this type, especially for multiple choice. Okay, so you have to remember this point. When the price of the inventory is increasing, FIFO will have the lower profit because the cheaper goods are sold first. So your cost of goods sold will be cheap. Okay, but under LIFO, since the latest goods are expensive and they're the ones that are sold first, so your cost of goods sold will be high, and this will affect the profitability. Okay, then the opposite is true when the price of inventory is reducing. So I hope we've got down that point. Can even get a screenshot of this point. Get a screenshot, you post it in the group. Mr. Foster, also get a screenshot of this. Okay. Yes. So now we can get the. Oh, any questions before we get the Avco gross profit? Okay, so for Avco, cost of goods sold, get the total. So we're going to say 300,000 plus 302,856 plus 572,760.75. Are we getting 1,175,616.75? Are we all getting that value? 1,175,616.75. 572,760.75. Okay, subtract that from the sales revenue. What value are we getting? 316,800. Okay, so what we can also notice about Avco, when the price is increasing, even our, let's see, our average cost was also increasing. Yes, yes, when the price is increasing, the goods, even your average cost will be increasing. So you get a lower cost as compared to when the price is decreasing. When the price is decreasing, your average cost will also be decreasing and you get a higher profit. So let me write this down. For Avco, when price is increasing, the average cost is increasing. Therefore, you will get a lower profit versus when price is reduced. In case they try to give you a multiple choice question based on this.